What's going on, guys? It's Impri from Impri Gaming. Sorry about all that noise, I just put down my glasses and rubbing my eyes. Today we're back on the game Bleach. I think it is just called. Here we go. Bleach Brave Souls. So, the reason why I'm back on this instead of Evo Creo is because Evo Creo wanted to take a little break from, relax a bit from it, just hold it off. I'm only level 10. So as you can see, last time I played it, I've changed a lot of characters and everything like that. But Bleach Souls has still been one of my favourite games. Mainly one because of the fact that you're going through the Bleach storyline itself. So if I go here, next, I've done all of it. So if I go on to parts, it should, I think this is, yes it is, this is the Rebellion. The very, well, I'll just let you see. Hey Ichigo, how are you feeling? Where am I? Why did you know that? Why do you know that? Why was I the only one you brought back? I was the only one with half a chance of surviving back there. Now thanks to you, Ganji, and Hantaro and Rukia, Hanatoro? One second, let me just search who that is. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Hanataro will be killed, damn you. Don't be so vain. You had no chance of surviving. None of you could defeat Byakuya. One person was all I could carry and still get away from Byakuya. Then why didn't you take Rukia instead of me? I could have, but Rukia wouldn't have a chance of defeating Byakuya more than the rest of them back there would have. You alone have the ability to do that, given the right training. So I brought you back here with me in order to give you a few training. You're no match Byakuya right now, but I'm going to train you. So you will be. And then you're going to go back and rescue everyone with your own hands. So, it's not actually what I thought it was. How is the pain? It's still there, but a lot better than before. Oh well, time is short, right? Let's get this show on the road. Fine, right. Let me start by asking you a few questions. I assume you must have noticed by now that your Sanpato is always in its released form, correct? Its released form? Then what's Kenpachi Saraki told me about his Sanpato? I guess that is why the shape is so different from other people's swords, and why I never transformed. Even when I tried calling out its name. So you really didn't know? Oh, after all, did you? Then I assume that you also didn't know that your Sanpato can be released to another level. Huh? Huh? Not just Sangetsu, of course. All Sanpato swords have a second level of soul release beyond the internal one. The first level is called Shikai, the second level called Banki. Before any Soul Reaper become a captain, he or she must have mastered both Sanpato releases. Both. That's right, except for one. Every squad captain of the court guard squads has always had to master the first master of Banki. Which one? Kenpachi Saraki. And that's actually very funny. Kenpachi Saraki, as far as I know, in all the fast history of the Soul Society, Kenpachi is the only one ever to become a captain without his first achieving Banki. It shows how greatly the 13 core guard squads value and respect his fighting abilities. I'm sure you can appreciate that more than anyone else, having fought him yourself and survived to tell about it. The power difference between the levels variety depending on the fighter's ability and discipline. But in general, it's accepted that all with the Banki release and fighters' power increasing by 5 to 10 times. That much? Now, do you see what I'm talking about? To gain the advantage, it's uncommon for even a strong fighter to have trained for over 10 years to achieve it. What are you saying? I don't even have that kind of time. I know, don't panic. There is another way. It's going to be rather dangerous, but I have a plan to use a completely different method here. So, as you can see, that's just a little story mode, and then we go into the actual method. What is actually happening in the anime at this point in time? If you're watching the anime, or if you've already watched it all, it's all finished. At the moment the manga's finished. I want the anime to come back kind of with more to like the up-to-date version, like the actual end of it. What? With that weird looking cutout. It's Tenshia, an important spiritual tool used by the Stealth Force. It's specifically designed to draw out the Sanpato and the manifestation's true form. Huh? I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. How's that supposed to help me complete my Banki training? The Shikai must establish a dialogue and the harmony with the Sanpato. To manifest it, the manifestation and submission of the Sanpato is necessary for the Banki. Manifestation refers to summoning the Sanpato into our world. Normally it requires several years of training to do this. But even though it ended in a draw, you fought equal footings with Kenpachi, Saraki, so as unlikely as it may seem, it appears you actually reached manifestation or a comparable level already. If you stab this with your Sangetsu, it can forcibly bring it into the manifestation state. In other words, we can bring the Sanpato into this world. Huh? However, with this method, the manifestation is only limited to 3 days. During that time, you must defeat the Sanpato. You must defeat the manifestation of Sangetsu and force him back into submission. If you're unable to do that, you don't have to go into details. If you're saying there's no other way I can do it, it can be done, then I've got to do it. So, the actual truth, I'm not going to go through it because my author can do it. It's so I can actually explain. I wanted to have this on the background, but I have actually enjoyed reading it. So, in Bleach itself, you have when you first start, you see Ichigo with his normal Sanpato, and then his Shikai is the bigger stage, where it's got the black and the white blade parts. If I go to... Here we go. Here's his manifestation form. It seems you have recovered quite nicely, Ichigo. So, it's you. I take it you heard our conversation? Of course. Then I'll leave the method of fighting up to you. I assume you can start right away? Of course. So, this is actually really quite cool. What the heck did he just do? Somewhere amongst those swords there is one that is the true me. That is the only one that can defeat me. The others are useless. If you wish to force me into submission, you'll have to find a way to locate it before I can kill you. Then try and defeat me if you can. So, what I'm going to actually do is click onto someone. Oop, wrong person. You. This is a Banki. That is a Banki. The full transformation of a sword. As you can see with Luigi, she doesn't carry a sword because her herself is part of the squad force, stealth force, and she can also force herself to go past the limit. But she does have a Banki, which is proven in the later arcs. Stand up, Ichigo. Ugh. Stop stalling. How much time do you plan on wasting? Never mind. If he hasn't the strength to stand on his own, then I'll just grab I'll grab his scrawny neck and drag him to his feet. No, wait. So basically, what happens throughout this entire arc is, if you haven't realized by now, Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, Uryu, Luigi, and I don't know if I'm actually saying the name right, so sorry guys, are all in the Soul Society. Ichigo is, at this point in time, is training to achieve, oh my god, training to achieve his Bankai state. His Bankai state in this, which you will find out later down if you keep watching it, it does have a lot of changes. It shows you in this game it has a lot of changes. One of the main changes is the very end where it's his true Sanpato. Ugh. Sword number 18. Damn it. Each of those swords represents a piece of your heart. The purpose of this trial is to find out which one of those pieces amongst them that was forged for solely purpose of combat. The one there was your heart frail. You exposed it, but trying to depend on me. Depend on him. The frailty of my heart. If you're incapable of recognizing that, then you can forget about the Bankai forever. Come now, move on to the next one. You haven't the time to be crawling around. You're right, you're absolutely right. So at this point in time, I'm going to go around with this guy because, as you can see, something different compared to other Sanpatos, as you've been informed if you have watched it or not. This guy carries 2, and his friend has 2. The people with 2 Sanpatos are quite rare, but as you can see, this random woman that appears out of nowhere, and if he does the second ability, if my guy also second ability, I think it'll show you. Yeah, as you can see, 2 girls with the same colour hair, but carrying both Sanpato. Basically, his Sanpato is split into 2. It has 2 different forms. Remember, never take your eyes off the enemy. Damn it, I almost had that. I almost had this Bankai. I almost had him this time. That time. I really can't say it. Ichigo, it's obvious that you no longer rely on the power of Sangetsu. He's absorbing it with amazing speed at an incredible level. Damn it, still not it. I have to do this. I have to do this. If I want to save Rukia. So, as you can see, his Sanpato is a bit different to the one that Ichigo carries, even though he is Ichigo's manifestation of his Sanpato. In the future, you find out why normally Sanpatos have their true form all the time. But if you want to actually understand why, you want to read the comics. But I will now say this. I will put like a spoiler alert thing right now. Ichigo's Sanpato itself, the one you've just seen the manifestation of, is not the true one. It is the Quincy powers within Ichigo. But you still, and once his Sanpato was complete, it forged together both his Quincy powers and his Soul Reaper and his Hollow. It formed them all into one. His Sanpato then is split into 2, surprisingly. one representing Hollow, one representing Quincy. So they are on equal level. But once he combines into one, it turns into a chain and on the side of a bigger sword, which he swings around. If he swings it, it can actually create the most powerless attack. But it is broken not long after it is shown off because of the Quincy Lord at that point in time. And the spoiler alert, close the little spoiler thing with this little beep beep. But still, everything must come to an end. Put your sword down. Day one is over. So that is all. Hey, this place looks familiar. How's that? I think I've been here for a while. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I finally figured out what it reminds me of. It looks like the training ground underneath Urahara's shop. You picked up on that? We tried to model that place after this one when we built it. When Kisuke and I were kids, we needed a place to play, so we snuck off and built this place. This was our lone little secret hideout. This place is huge. How did you ever keep it a secret? It's a very long story. Back when the two of us were kids, we used to play here almost every day. When we got older, he joined the 13 Cold Guard squad, and I joined the Stealth Force. But we'd still come here to hone our skills. Wait a minute, Luigi. The 13 Cold Guard squad's there. That guy's really a Soul Reaper, isn't he? You mean Kisuke? Who else? So, Kisuke himself was actually a captain of the 13 Cold Guard squad, none other than the research and development facility in the 13 Cold Guard squad. He was actually the head of there. I was always wondering how he knew so much about the Soul Society, not to mention the fact that he had a son back home. There was one guy in the Soul Reaper Society who just turned pale by just hearing his name. I want to know, Luigi. I want to know the truth about who trained me, the guy who trained me. So he never told you her. Alright then, I might as well tell you the rest. He is the former captain of the Squad 12 of the 13 Cold Guard squads. In addition to that, he was the one who conceived and founded the Department of Research and Development and served as its first chief. So, if you don't know who it is, it's Mayuri, now the new chief and all that, but it is really complicated, that story. So guys, go off, watch it, or read it, your choice. It is fun both ways, but I would recommend reading it and watching it. What I mean by that is, if you want to get through the story quickly, read it and watch it, and then if you want to get through the story, and then once you've go up to the final arc in anime version, go and read from then on, and it's more like it goes more and more in depth about it all. But I've got to end out the episode here today, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. I have fully and completely enjoyed today's episode. I have enjoyed playing anime games again. I've enjoyed aka Bleach. But guys, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Also, have fun.